Yeah. What a gritty effort by Arizona State. I mean, that interior defense and their team defense was amazing. It was a tough team to prepare for in a day, I can tell you that much. But I loved the composure of my team. And we weren't getting what we normally got all year, and so we just checked down. I thought we had great patience. I thought we had great maturity. I thought our guards said, okay, you know, we're pretty good too, and we'll take this game on. And so I thought it was just a great basketball game with a bunch of lead changes, and seemed like we each, about half the game, one team was leading, the other half the other one was leading, so and it went back and forth. So if it comes down to 3 plays at the end there, we made one mistake. We made one mistake. The rest of everything else that went on in that fourth quarter, I thought we were super execution. And then they had players that went out of their role in order to beat us. Out of their role by a long, you know. And so that's what happened. We got a stop we needed. We had the ball. And I thought Laura was open early, and we missed her early, and then we tried to force it in there. And that's one mistake. But we still could have recovered from that and had a chance to keep living there with that last play, which was great. It was a 2 from Mesa. We had Laura off a 3. We were taking either one, going overtime or winning, and it was exactly what we wanted. So, you know, I think Laura was as good as she's ever been, and just a super performance. And but listen now, Arizona State, that was a lesson in toughness. They were as tough as any team we've played all year. They were committed to their game plan. They didn't change it defensively, and I said it the other day, when you go up against another coach, sometimes, you know, you don't know him really well or whatever, but I'll tell you, Charlie Turner-Thorne is a really great person, and she runs a great program. And I thought that was one great team won and one great team lost, and a heck of a matchup to go to the Sweet 16, and that's what the NCAA is all about.
Thank you, Coach. We'll go into questions for the student athletes. As a reminder, please direct your question to a specific student athlete. If it is for both, I will have one of them start first. But we'll go into questions for student athletes. Please raise your hand if you'd like the microphone.
Question for Laura. Coach kind of broke down that last play. What do you see on it?
India took the ball out for us. We were running a play to get either me open for the 3 or Mace on the ISO. I think I got open early, checked down on me, then she looked at Mace and looked back at me, and that's when I got denied. That play hurt us, but we still got a shot. I think we got our chance before that even. And I think we played a heck of a basketball game, and it's really tough to lose like this at home.
Beatrice, for you, a great rebounding performance, the most rebounds by a Miami Hurricane in an NCAA tournament game. Obviously, when you look at the loss, it's tough, but how would you evaluate your performance from today?
I just went out there and tried my hardest. If it was rebounding, that's what I had to do to help my team. So,
Laura, when you try and put this season in perspective, obviously this loss is a heartbreaker, especially the way it finished. But you guys, just what you're able to do, 2 top 5 wins. It seemed every ranked opponent, you were in that ball game. You guys were together through and through. What can you say about this season?
This season has definitely been one of the most fun seasons I've ever played in my life. I will go to war any day with my teammates. I love my seniors. I love every single person on this team. We played our hearts out. We had a wonderful season, some great wins, tough losses. But overall, we loved each other along the way. But right now, it's hard to look back at that, but it will come.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Great, thank you both. We'll go into questions for head coach Katie Meyer. Please raise your hand if you'd like the microphone.
Coach, Laura touched on it, just how special this group was, and obviously you fell short of your ultimate goal. But when you look back on this season, this group of girls, what they were able to accomplish, what are you going to think most about?
I'm smiling already. I mean, I'll tell you, you can coach a lifetime. Every day when I came to work, I had a team, and not every day, not everybody. I'm not that naive, but most of the time, the entire team, or at least 85% of the team, was really interested in getting better. Just interested in getting better for 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever time we got to spend together. And then off the court, it was like a vacation. To be around them, to be on a road trip with them was like a vacation. There's people you want to be around, right? I loved them. So we had a lot of fun. And Mesa and Kayla are, if you don't have the pleasure of knowing them, they are two of the best student athletes that have ever graced this community. And their footprint on this campus, they have put their footprint over everything. And it's just everywhere. It's in the community. It's in community service and charitable work. My heart is just, they just stomped all over my heart with tons of love. They're in there forever. So yeah, it's going to be a tough, it's going to be tough to ever even close my eyes and think of coaching a game without Kayla and Mace. It's going to be tough.
Kate, what was your message to both of them, and especially Mace? I mean, she's probably going to replay that in her head, and I saw you talk to her.
Yeah.
What was just kind of your message to her?
You know, God, I whispered something in her ear that it's between the two of us, but it's so personal with her. It's just, yeah, I mean, we promised each other every day in recruiting. Her dad asked if I'd hug her every day. I said, that's not going to be a problem. I hug her more than once. I think our last two shots were being Mace, if that's correct, right? On executed plays exactly for that purpose. You know, call me an idiot. I know they weren't having a great game, but my God, you're crazy if I'm not going to those two kids in that moment. And I did. And, you know, both of them went in and out. I love both calls. I'd do it again. I said to our team, I think we really executed very, very well. Arizona State ran a couple things and got a couple shots that, you know, those weren't their star players. Those weren't their headliners, right? And so that happens. You know, we were struggling from the three, and we were struggling inside, and we still had the ball to win or tie. I mean, we really worked through a lot tonight. So that shows you the resilience of my team.
Katie, you mentioned about Arizona State's defense. Were they doing, what were they doing specifically to deny, like Mesa didn't get too many touches in the first half, was that?
Yeah. She didn't have much freedom of movement. She got jammed up a lot.
Any other questions for Coach Meyer? Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.